Hey, let's talk a little bit more about rooms. And rooms, really, it's a configuration of the Chromebook. So you have the power at your fingertips to be able to tell Incident IQ how you would want the Chromebook to be set up and then push that data to Google. It's really nice. It's a clean way just to manage the Google admin console without having to get your hands all in the Google admin console. So let me show you. So you've done some repairs. You know how to swap out the screen, the battery, the keyboard, the system board, the daughter board, the audio jack. I know you don't take the audio jack out, but you push that little pencil that gets jammed up in there. Get that little paper clip out. I've been there. I've done that. All right. So you've got the Chromebook, and let's say it's assigned to a student, and I've got myself here, and it's in the room of student. All right, that looks good. So I want to repair the Chromebook. What do I do? Well, the first thing you want to do is unassign the user. Click that little icon, unassign user, and then you could change this to borrowable. So you just type in the word borrowable, boom. All right, save. And what's most important? I got to push that data to Google. It says it could take up to 5 minutes. It may take a lot less. What I've noticed is if you restart the Chromebook, it forces it to change. I'm going to refresh my page. I want to show you guys something interesting. So you come down here, it's going to show it's in borrowable status. See right there, borrowable, under the org. This information right here, it's a snapshot. It's just pulling information from Google Admin Console, and it's letting you take a peek behind the curtains inside of Incident IQ. So it's got a bunch of gibberish up here, but the thing I want you guys to pay attention to is the org. When you push that data to Google from Incident IQ, how do you know that it worked? Well, that's how you know. You can look at the org right there, that path right there. And it's got the word borrowable. And look, I just changed it to borrowable in the room. And so what that's going to let me do is, as a site technician, I can repair the Chromebook. I can sign into the Chromebook. I can use the Chromebook all day long. It's not going to give me any issues. Okay, I'm going to show you some other rooms, things to be aware about. So you guys all know about borrowable. You know about student. You know about checked in. Checked in means it's ready to be checked out. So when you finish the repair for the Chromebook, you want to put it in the room of checked in, and that there's no owner assigned. And that looks perfect. So I'm going to save the change. I'm going to push the data. See right now it says borrowable. I'm going to push the data. Yes. All right. Just let my page refresh. And now I'm going to kind of refresh the whole page. And let's see here. Okay, so I've got owner, unassigned, checked in. That looks good. And now it's back in a checked in org. See right there? That means it worked. I didn't have to wait 5 minutes. That was pretty quick. So that's my proof. That's the proof that when I push it, it worked. I want to check down here where it says device information and just look at org. So if anything from the training, I want you guys to keep that in mind. That's a good place to look right there. Okay. All right. Well, what about these other rooms, other configurations? What if I get a ticket that says, hey, I want to set it up like a classroom VR, like a virtual reality? How do I do that? What do I do? All right. First off, whatever location you're at, you want to switch it to central office. And then here, we're going to go class VR. Or if you just type in the word, just type in VR for virtual reality. It's going to show right there. All right, virtual reality. Now, specific location. Let's pretend that I'm at Otwell Middle School. I'm going to put the specific location because I need to know, okay, it's set to virtual reality, but where's it at? That's a really good way to tell Google Admin Console that's where it's specifically located, but it's in a virtual reality setting. All that does is the VR headset, it connects to an open Wi-Fi, and then it lets the Chromebook connect to the same open Wi-Fi. So now the Chromebook and the headset are both on the same Wi-Fi, and that's going to help a lot. Remember, push data and then check the org, and that way it moved. I'm not going to keep doing that, but I just want you guys to be in that mindset of just check the org. Anytime you push data, refresh that page, see, okay, did it actually move? All right, a couple other places that I want to make you guys aware about. I'm going to delete that out, and we're going to remove class VR. The word kiosk. Kiosk is huge. You're going to have several tickets talking about putting a Chromebook in a kiosk type of mode. So let me talk through each one real quick. Destiny. Destiny is your media center. So anytime you have Chromebooks or Chrome boxes in the media center, make sure it's set to Destiny. That's going to, now you're really cooking. Free and reduced lunch. Anytime you have cafeteria kind of Chromebooks or whatever, you want to put it in that kiosk. Google Form. Sometimes you might get a ticket talking about Google Forms. That's a kiosk for it. Instinctive. Instinctive is what we use to actually check in Chromebooks after a student's done using it, or if there's a problem with the Chromebook and they take it back to the media center, they may have an Instinctive Chromebook set up just for checking in Chromebooks. That's going to help the media specialist or the ETC. So you could put a Chromebook in Instinctive kiosk mode, and that'll just constantly keep that same page so they could check in Chromebooks. Password reset. Sometimes students need to reset their password. They can't bring personal devices. And if their Chromebook's not working or there's some kind of issue, you can set up a Chromebook specifically just to reset passwords. So that's really good. And then testing. Sometimes you might have a testing kiosk mode. Other ones, there's a container for CTAE. Sometimes they do mock interviews. That's a good way just to change it to mock interview, CTAE. We have different containers, different rooms for anything, but the biggest takeaway is whenever you change it, I'm going to hit Save Change. You want to push that data to Google. Now, right now, I'm not putting this in any room. And let me see what happens here, because this Chromebook I'm testing with, it's just located out of central office. I didn't want to mess around with any other located Chromebooks. So here, look, the org, it just put it back to central office students container. And you know what I could do is put it back in checked in status, but I'll let you guys figure that out. Now that we all know about rooms, the org, the push data to Google, I hope that this clears things up. And thank you so much for watching.